Welcome to The Explainer. So today we're looking at something that is just completely fascinating and honestly brilliantly deceptive. We are diving deep into the song and show Future Child by Terence Hughes. Now, if you've heard this track, you already know it is built on this incredibly catchy, infectious Cuban cha-cha-cha rhythm. It literally makes you want to get up and dance. But there is a profound, really dark message hiding right beneath that beat. You can absolutely dance to the tune, but we cannot forget to actually listen to this singer. Let's get right into it. Picture this. You're out on the dance floor. The brass is kicking, the percussion is lively, you're totally lost in the rhythm. And then, right in your ear, you hear, "Let's knock out the freshwater supply." It's incredibly jarring, isn't it? That is a highly alarming statement to just drop into the middle of an upbeat dance track. Hughes is essentially using the music as a Trojan horse. He's delivering this chilling message about our modern vulnerabilities while we're completely distracted by the groove.
So that really brings us to the ultimate question, right? Did you know you are dancing to a song about the apocalypse? It's a brilliant example of cognitive dissonance. Your body is reacting to this joyous, rhythmic cha-cha-cha, but your mind is simultaneously being fed these terrifying scenarios of total societal collapse. It sets the perfect stage for our analysis of the lyrics today. Let's break down exactly how he pulls this off.
All right, Section 1, A Deadly Cha-Cha-Cha. The juxtaposition here is just wild. On one side, we have this energetic, highly danceable Cuban rhythm, and on the exact opposite side, the stark reality of apocalyptic technological extinction. This is absolutely not an accident. It's a deliberate, calculated artistic trick by Hughes. He's disguising a dark, prophetic manifesto about our collective future inside a format that we usually associate with celebration and escape. Basically, he wants us comfortable and moving before he delivers the harsh truth. Right out of the gate, the song establishes this crazy duality of human nature, the best of ourselves, the worst of ourselves. Hughes is framing human potential as a massive double-edged sword. We've reached a point where our technological capabilities are just so far removed from anything we've ever seen in history. We can cure diseases, we can connect the entire globe, that's the best of us. But with those exact same tools, we literally hold the power to completely destroy ourselves. Moving on to Section 2, Hacking the Physical World. In this second verse, Hughes hits us with this rapid-fire list of vulnerable targets. He rattles off the freshwater supply, the stock market, energy grids, media programming, power stations, planes, trading, accounting. The sheer scale of these targets is staggering when you stop to think about it. By listing these off so fast, he's showing us just how incredibly fragile our modern interconnected world truly is. Just a few lines of malicious code from a bad actor, and the foundations of civilization could be paralyzed in an instant. And, as if crashing the grid wasn't terrifying enough, we get this stark consequence, or we trigger a nuclear war. So the crucial takeaway here is that these aren't just minor inconveniences or temporary power blackouts. These are existential, world-ending threats. A compromised digital system doesn't just mean your Wi-Fi drops out. It could very well mean an accidental launch sequence. Which leads right into Section 3, the rise of autonomous weapons. He drops lines about ubiquitous robots and lethal autonomous weapons at push of a button. In reality, lethal autonomous weapons are military systems capable of selecting and engaging targets entirely without human intervention. By emphasizing that these are acting at the mere push of a button, Hughes is pointing to the cold, automated detachment of future warfare. The human element, that crucial moment of moral decision-making, is completely removed. And that brings us to the actual title of the piece, Our Future Child. When you pause the music and really reflect on this, the weight of the song hits you like a ton of bricks. What kind of terrifying world are these autonomous machines building for the next generation? We're busy dancing to the rhythm today, but we're leaving our future children to navigate this nightmare landscape of automated destruction. All right, Section 4, Unleashing New Synthetic Biology. This is where the threat gets truly, chilling. The lyrics warn of fast-evolving, self-assembling new biological agents out in the wild. The contrast between the upbeat sound and the horrifying substance absolutely peaks right here. You are literally tapping your feet to the rhythm of bioengineered doom. And the phrase self-assembling out in the wild implies a complete and utter loss of human control. Once a synthetic agent is out there, it's out there, evolving entirely on its own terms. Hughes calls this life in the blind spot. He gets specific, detailing creations like new compounds, new life, new species, and synthesized DNA. The major warning here is that these advancements are not just some distant science fiction.
They are happening right now, operating entirely in the blind spot of our public awareness. While we are distracted, going about our daily lives, the very building blocks of life are being quietly rewritten in labs.
So, what actually happens when we rewrite the source code of life? I am you, you are me, neither what we used to be. This brilliantly illustrates the profound, potentially irreversible changes to human identity that synthetic biology could trigger. We might evolve ourselves into something entirely unrecognizable. We won't just change our environment or our tools, we will literally change ourselves at a fundamental genetic level.
Finally, Section 5, the unstoppable coming wave.
Let's play Russian roulette. I mean, wow, that isn't just a catchy lyric to end a verse. It is a direct, highly provocative challenge from Hughes to us, the listeners. As he sings, man and mouse have seen nothing yet. We are rolling the dice and placing our bets with the absolute survival of our species. It perfectly encapsulates the massive, frankly reckless gamble humanity is taking with unconstrained, rapid technological progress. As the song winds down, it tells us exactly where to look for these threats. And the locations range from sophisticated labs and vast data centers all the way down to raw code bases and strings of DNA. And the actors behind it? It's not just powerful governments anymore. We're talking businesses, universities, and even, as the song vividly points out, a biohacker in a shock. The democratization of technology means that world-altering power is being built everywhere, by everyone. So the core message here is painfully clear. The third wave hit our shore. The coming wave is at our door. The song insists this wave is unstoppable, with absolutely no end in sight. Hughes is telling us that the inevitability of these advancements is a done deal. This isn't a distant problem for another century. The wave is already lapping at our feet right now. Which leaves us staring down his final, unforgettable lyric, a savior or a wolf at the door. As that vibrant Cuban cha-cha-cha theoretically fades out, you're left alone with this massive thought. Will these technologies save us and elevate us to unprecedented heights? Or are we willingly inviting the wolf right into our home? That is the exact question you have to answer the next time you find yourself dancing to Future Child. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and remember to always look a little closer at the world around you.